Welcome back to Point Blank. We've been chatting about foreign workers living among us. And we've got guests from various residential areas who have either experienced foreign workers in their midst or are facing the prospect of having foreign workers in their midst in dormitories. But first, before we continue our discussion, let's take a look at our web comments. Jawbreaker, in response to our show, says, I live around Singapore and usually go SG, Serangoon Gardens, not Singapore. I usually go on the weekend for meals. To be honest, I don't think I would enjoy the Serangoon Garden neighbourhood being crowded with these foreign workers on the weekends. It is already overcrowded with Angmo expats who have invaded the neighbourhood because of the nearby international schools. These are well-paid expats and already their presence is quite insidious. Alright, insidious. Mars Bar has the other side of the coin. He says, ostracizing them to certain areas is not a solution either, though I'm sure many Singaporeans will welcome that. And further up, we have Mars Bars, who continues to say, why complain about traffic congestion at Serangoon Gardens happens every day? Because people who go there to eat drive because they live, even though they live a few doors away and can't walk. Well, okay, that's a good point. Mars Bar says, I don't mind so long as they don't eat all the prata. Anyway, I used to live in Serangoon Gardens, by the way, and I know that by about 5, 6 p.m., the traffic jam around that circle starts. Yeah. I just avoid it. I wait until everyone leaves and then I go for my dinner. That's my way of coping. That was my way of coping. Yeah, or I walk.
Well, traffic jam isn't a big issue. I mean, they usually leave about 7 a.m. and they come back about 8, 9. And usually one truck, about 40, 50 workers. So the impact will be small, but I mean, when you live in that condition, you know that the other impact in terms of security, in terms of cleanliness, is really a big issue. I mean, we came home one day and we found one Indian worker drunk, sleeping right outside our door. I mean,
right, like on your front porch.
Right on the front porch.
Like within the confines of your gate.
Yes.
How do you get in there?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean,
you mean he came to your house?
No. I mean just outside the gate.
Your main
yeah,
gate.
on the pavement. And
so what did you do?
What did I do? I looked at him. I opened the gate and I went in.
Okay, but do you?
Well, he's drunk. I don't really want to agitate him, and I mean, it's that kind of thing that gets you worried. I mean, I have a 9-month-old baby, and
makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, and
to live in that place.
It's not just the Indians.
Sure.
I mean, it's okay. Then we have the Chinese worker walking up and down the streets and the back alley, peering into the house to see what you have. Mm-hmm. That's a bit scary as well. And then we actually have foreign Chinese who are females coming to take the steal the underwear, steal the clothes.
Really? Your underwear?
Well, not mine. I mean, my wife's and my mates.
Female lingerie. Okay.
Yeah, they do. And then we have
petty theft.
Right across the street, we have some Vietnamese workers who live on the 3-story, and I mean 3-story. All 3 stories are full of workers, and they will peer into the house. And when you have someone bathing, they actually try to stare and look into it. So it's
like you don't have curtains for your.
Well, we have a small window. I mean, technically they can't see it,
to.
but they will still try to peer and look around.
Okay.
So there's a lot of security issues around it. Security issue is one thing, and then a big group of Chinese and Vietnamese girls came in, and then they started dumping things into the drain. And the whole drain was smelly. The whole neighborhood was awful. The rubbish bin was filled up so much so that when the cleaners come, they complain as well. And not just that, and because of the sheer size of the foreign workers down there, I mean the lavatories within the house are not enough. So what they do is they put up temporary lavatories right by the streets, with the pipes going into the drain. So I mean these are issues that you don't want to face, and I'm saying that if you stay in that kind of area, I guarantee you, I mean, you may not actually see it or feel it right now, but when you live it, the security is an issue, the cleanliness is a big issue.
Okay. Picking up on an earlier issue that people on the streets that Razor TV spoke with, the idea of either putting them in townships away from the community, Singaporean community, in townships, or versus integrating them.
Patrick,
people seem to be in two minds.
I'm for integration.
Yeah.
I mean, they come all the way here to work and all that. I think we invite them over to clean up our streets, to build our houses. I think the least we can do is assimilate them into our community. I think for too long we always treat them as second-class citizens. Like, we don't want them. They're okay to build our houses, but then after that, weekends we don't want to see them. around us. You know,
Like
go
out
to
of sight,
Little
out of
India.
mind.
Yeah, just go to Little India and just stay where you are. But I think, you know, to build trust, we have to, you know, communicate and interact with them. I think that's the only way we can be a more gracious society.
What are you trying to do? Who is going to stay here for 2-3 years only? Please be careful. Define who we are talking about properly. Don't generalize it. Again, I keep saying the same thing. Don't say foreign workers are not expatriates. It's a big difference. Even among the foreign workers, the permit holders and professional visit pass people are different. Okay? We are not talking about all that people. Only these people who are here just for money, on bachelor status, for 2 to 3 years. Then they go away. What integration can you achieve? Tell me.
Well, what's the difference between
they-
them and the expats?
I think
No,
the
there
difference
is a world of
when they're
difference.
here for the
Yeah,
2
class
years,
difference.
the ones
Yeah.
that we speak to, I mean,
I'm not
when
looking
they're here
down
for the
upon
2
them.
years, or 4 years or 5 years or whatever, most of the time they are. I mean, they work such long hours. They don't really have much social time as such, except on the weekends when they go to.
Yeah, that's a good point. So wouldn't actually integration achieve that aim if you're saying that is a problem? Well, to have a broader view of things, we actually got a tip-off. Some Changi residents are unhappy about, their conditions in their residential areas because of foreign workers. And this worker community has been staying in rented private houses. Well, Razor TV's team was there to snoop around the neighborhood. Take a look at our scoop.
The Razor TV team made its way down to Changi Lorong 105, where the residents are concerned about 4 houses in the private estate which houses hordes of foreign workers. One of the workers invited us into the house when we asked about their living conditions. 不要跑, 不要跑. As we entered the house, we were approached by the caretaker who demanded to know what we were doing.
哦，我们只是想进来看看你们的居住环境，看好不好？不可以啊，不行。其实我只是来想问问你们有什么问题啊？对于住在这边，
我们没有问题，我们有问题会跟我们公司自己说的。
你是住这边的？
对呀、
OK 啊，然后你是管理这
对
边。
对对啊，
然后有没有一个我可以跟一个人聊啊？这边的？
不可以，我们没经过公司允许是不可以跟你们聊的。不好意思哈。去吧，你们都逛街走吧。
那然后男生呢？
男生也没有，男生也是我们的手工里的。
然后我不能跟你聊聊吗？
不可以，我在我没经过公司同意是不可以。
什么公司啊？什么公司？
我们啊，我们是，我也不知道具体我们。
哦，什么公司不知道？那老板是谁也不知道。啊，你在这边住很久了吗？
对啊。
The caretaker suggests that we talk to her boss on the phone if we needed anything.
I'm from the Straits Times Razor TV, and I just want to come down and take a look at the living conditions of the people here. Okay, can I talk to anybody here, if they are willing to?
The manager changed his mind later and disallowed the workers from speaking.
Okay. What's the situation around here?
No, people here actually they are on and off. You see, on and off. Recently, it's Vietnamese people, then come to Indian people. Then now come to, I don't know, this one is from China or what, I wouldn't know. Say. So then these people, they go to work because this is a resident area. It used to be a very quiet lane. No? Then now early in the morning, they will make so much noise to go out to work. Then they come back also, they make so much noise also. Then at least right now it's quite okay because right now they put all these things. Or else you can see through everything what they all doing inside also. Then the last time we did make a complaint, I think so the neighbor people make a complaint. They got a portable toilet outside here also. No? This is not a dormitory. You cannot do this sort of thing. I mean, for sure, people maybe we have been tired of complaining. Nobody know how to complain inside. So this place, this whole area actually is somebody, a developer bought it over. See, they want to build a house, but at the moment, I think so. The plan is not yet ready. See, so they just take this opportunity just to rent this house to all the foreign workers here.
Okay. How long has this been happening?
I think so for past. I think so more than 4 to 5 months already. Yeah.
How many people do an estimate?
Estimate, I think so, one house per house, at least simply just 30 people. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least got 100 over people staying here. Ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, this is not a dormitory. I don't think so. This is legal. No? I don't think so. This is legal.
I heard that there are people they throw their rubbish all over the place and all.
Over here, but they got clear. They got clear. Frankly speaking, they got clear. They throw, then they clear. But it takes some time to clear. See. Sometimes we are scared because of the fire. See. Because right now, you see, everywhere also people are so scared of fire. In case somebody smoke, just throw inside, and then the whole place all get burned out. This is long term. No. This is not a short term. No. If nobody say, of course, you people wouldn't know that how we all feel because we are staying here. See. This place used to be a very nice place. See. Now you all stay. Sometimes we are tired of we just don't bother. Also.
So, Wee Cheong, that sounds a lot like what
Very
you went
much
through.
Public toilets, those toilets and all that.
Well, I mean, the problem is common, like I said. Everywhere you go, you will face the same issue when you put all the people together.
But did you do anything about the problems you were facing?
Well, I spent a couple of $1,000 setting up an alarm system. That's as much as I can do.
Peace of mind.
Yeah, I mean, if you call the police will say it's not their issue because they're not in charge of rental.
But you did call the police.
We did once when when there was a couple of very rowdy people outside our house walking around and
Yeah,
so.
I spoke with your wife earlier, and she said that you guys also wrote to the URA and to the MPs.
We did. Well, we were trying to find out whether is it legal for them to do so, and what they're going to do about it. Because, like I said, the other part where they start dumping stuff into the drain, it was really awful. It was really smelly. I mean, if you have children, this is not the environment you want them to grow up in.
So, what was the response? What did they say?